Hi, everyone. This is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here today to do Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Leap of Faith. So this is a new spread that my guides have given me, and we will be discussing what is still hindering you from your past that is keeping you from stepping forward and taking the leap of faith this week, what you are moving towards, and what energy are you carrying. So remember, these are general readings, so they may not apply to everyone, but please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let me know how these messages resonate with you, and if they do well, then we will keep these readings going. So I do want to say that there's a lot of healing taking place with air signs in general. We have the Temperance card and the Emperor. So a lot of you could be feeling a very strong determination, a lot of divine masculine energy coming forward, about stepping into your truth, stepping into your power, taking leadership and authority over your choices, actions, thoughts, anything in your life that needs to be changed. You're stepping up to the plate. You're allowing an equal energy exchange between you and your partners. And anything that needs to be healed this week is definitely coming up for reflection. So deal with it head on, and we'll see what happens. So let's see. All right. So we're going to start with Gemini, and we're going to do that at 1:50. I'm going to try and keep track of these timestamps. So let's see what's going on with Gemini. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you resonate with me or the energies that are coming through, the messages. Let's see what the divine has in store. Okay, so yeah. Wow. Okay. So I'm not going to take these, but I do feel this is a message for Gemini. I do feel like Gemini has been kind of stagnant lately, especially with the Hangman card, about really stepping into your power and choosing happiness, choosing freedom. So you could be having a hard time communicating these things, but it's really time for you to let go of that limbo energy and just step into happiness, step into joy, do whatever you have to in order to bring that energy about, okay? So that's just an extra message for you. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the blockage from Gemini's past that is keeping them from moving forward this week? One card. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you have been here before, thank you for always coming back. I love you guys. What is Gemini's current energy? Oh, wow. Okay, you have quite a few there. All right. And what are they moving towards? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So Gemini, this is going to be a huge week for you. Okay. Let's start with the bottom of the deck. First, we have the Two of Cups. Okay, so this can be soulmate, twin flame energy. I definitely get a lot of twin flame energy. So if you are on the twin journey, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, then these are just really strong, meaningful connections. Okay, and I do see that this is something that you have really planted your seed. You've kind of put out there that this is how you're feeling, this is what you want, and now you're just kind of waiting for things to unfold. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or have this in your chart. I'm getting a lot of throat action here. So some of you could be communicating really soon or having a hard time communicating about this. But if you are not dealing with a fire sign, then this is talking about taking leadership, being not only independent, but having a lot of confidence and moving forward with your decision-making processes. I feel like a lot of you could have many choices at hand right now. So you could have a lot of emotional offers coming in, but this is really a time for you to stand in your own comfort zone and not your comfort zone, breaking out of your comfort zone, but really being discerning about what option is best for you, because there are certain aspects of your past that is still affecting your future. There could have been a very disappointing relationship in the past where there could have possibly been third-party situations, but this energy is keeping you from realizing the opportunities that are being handed. And remember, these energies can go vice versa if you're dealing with someone specific. But what I am seeing with the Four of Staffs, this is another twin card, okay? So if you're looking for that confirmation, here it is, because we have it 3 times here. But this is about the home life. This is about stability. You could be seeing 1111 a lot. But this is really setting the foundation for everything. So you need to be very strong in the way that you're handling things. Don't be afraid to let things go. Focus on yourself, focusing on your career and bettering your life instead of relationships, because there is a lot of healing that is taking place, and you need to commit to self-love, okay? Commit to self-love is a very big message for Gemini. So starting out, we have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is representing blockages in the past. So you could have, I feel like, especially being a Gemini, being in your head a lot, Geminis have a lot of mental energy, but this could be one of those things where you're kind of blocking yourself and fear that your wishes and your dreams are never going to come to fruition. Okay, so instead of being in the moment, enjoying your life and the relationships that you do have, you could always be on the search for the next best thing, but never really believing that it's going to come true. And that energy is going to stop anything good from coming in. So be very careful of these past energies, especially from those past disappointments we were talking about, because we end up protecting our heart and shielding ourselves off because we're scared of getting hurt again. And so we kind of put up these defenses that, are supposed to keep us safe, but in reality, it keeps us blocked from truly experiencing life in general. So be careful of that energy this week, because moving into your current energy, we have the Knight of Cups, the Decision card, the Five of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So what I get from this is that there is a decision that is going to be like, you're at this point, okay, of needing to make a decision about letting something go that is non-committal. Yes, it is very exciting. It makes your heart flutter. It could be, a connection you have with someone, especially with the Lovers. This is someone that you're very, very drawn to. There's a lot of chemistry, whether it is a twin or a soulmate or, whatever it is. But this person is not quite committed to you at this point in time. Even though this connection is there, it's not going anywhere, okay, from what I can tell, especially with the Two of Cups, the Lovers, and the Four of Wands. This is not going anywhere, but you have to release your attachment to the outcome, because this is causing not only a lot of disappointment, but a lot of disconnection within the dynamic of the relationship. Okay. So this is where that self-love comes in, focusing and putting yourself as a priority, right? Because you don't want to put so much time and energy into something that is not fully committed to you, let alone making you feel cold, isolated, disconnected. And it's one of those things where you just have to trust that in divine timing, when things, align in the right way, that if it's meant to be, it will come back. But you don't want to throw all of your eggs or your energy into one basket, especially when it's not being reciprocated. Okay, so that is where you are at this given point. But again, this is really about you, Gemini. This week, this leap of faith, they're telling you to take a chance on self, okay? Take a chance on bettering your life, bettering the way that you view yourself, relationship with yourself and source, because we have the Eight of Pentacles. And this talks about, starting a new adventure, something new. It could be a career. It could be just your journey in general. I'm so sorry. My dog is he's so loud. But this is talking about putting in the hard work, right? And knowing that each step you take, you get better and better. You're paying attention to the details. You're putting that effort into self and into your individual journey. You're doing research, you're getting the knowledge that you need, whether that be from books, going to school. It could also be from reflection, meditation, whatever it is for you. But this is that time that you really need to be putting in that effort to create more stability in your life and not being so attached to outside sources. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your time, Gemini. So there could be a lot of things that come up this week where you're just like, you know what? Fine, I'm done. I'm not even going to do this shit anymore. And it's really moving you into a place of, okay, I might not understand why this is all happening right now, but I know that I have a pattern of not, of I have a pattern of wanting the best for my life, but I also have a pattern of not believing that that can happen for me. So this is where that faith comes in, okay? And this is what they're talking about. This is why they wanted me to do this, because there are certain things in your life that need to be released in order to expand, okay? It's not just and letting go and feeling, animosity. This is about understanding compassion and divine timing and allowing you to grow on an individual basis. Okay. So I hope that helps you and gives you some clarity. And if you need more clarity, you can always request a personal reading as well. Okay. So, hi, Charlie. So, all right, now we're going to move on to Libra. So Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is blocking Libra in their past from accepting this leap of faith? Okay, the Eight of Swords. So Libra, this really talks about you being super in your head, okay? Keeping yourself imprisoned. It's time to break free. You could have been such an overthinker that it's caused a lot of confusion and you're not able to see things clearly moving forward, right? But what we also have to understand is that with the Eight of Swords energy, this is something we do to ourselves, okay? The Eight of Swords talks about being in a mental prison, having a blindfold off. In this deck, it talks about breaking free of that, taking the blindfold off, taking off the shackles, anything you felt tied to, breaking free of that, and having the courage to move forward with your arms wide open, ready to receive. Okay? So if you feel like this is something that you have battled in your past, this is why certain things in your life are not coming forward. So really check and challenge that mental energy. If it is coming from a place of fear, which most negative energies or, thoughts come from a state of fear. So really ask yourself, what are you fearing? What are you fearful of? Okay, that needs to be the biggest question this week. Okay, so what is the current energy? A King of Cups. So you're finally moving into listening to your heart, listening to your emotions. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but since this is your reading, we also have the Death card, okay? So some of you could definitely be dealing with the Scorpio, but this really talks, and the Queen of Swords is right behind that too. So again, listening to your emotions, trusting your heart, trusting your intuition, understanding that there's a bigger picture to all of this, and that your heart is sacred and it deserves to be loved and nurtured. And maybe that's why this Death card is really coming up, because moving into the Queen of Swords energy, this is talking about knowing when to cut something off that does not serve you. It's knowing that when I say there's an end, there is a definitive end, and there's no going back, right? I know what's best for me. I trust my heart. I trust my emotions. I trust what my body is telling me, and I'm choosing to move forward into a happier life and a new beginning that I can create all by myself, right? So let's see, what would you like Libra to move towards? Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords, which talks about truth, clarity. Some of you could be getting a new aha moment, a new inspired idea, especially by the end of the week. Do not let any bumps, hey Ellie, don't allow any bumps or obstacles to deter you from where you are going or to stop this process for you. You do need to be very clear with your communication, okay? Now, wow, okay, so you are definitely moving through some serious cycles this week, Libra. We have the Perspective card, which is the Hangman, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Empress, and the King of Swords. So you are going through all the damn cycles this week. But what it's telling me is, especially when it comes to the Hangman and the Knight of Swords being next to each other, this is telling me that if there is any communication that you feel like you are needing to rush towards, which usually if we are rushing towards communication, we are doing it in a very fearful or defensive way. So I would suggest kind of taking a step back from that this week and kind of going within to ask yourself what really needs to be said. Okay, and that's why the Ace of Swords is coming up. It's saying not only listen to your heart, but be clear with your communication, because there are messages coming in about you standing in your power, being creative, being inspiring, trusting that it is time to act upon your plans, and you are finally stepping in to your highest power. Okay, so this is talking about, being clear, being honest. It's also about staying in your integrity and being open and honest with how you're feeling about everything. It's also talking about stepping into your divine feminine power, which is your light working abilities, right? And everyone on this channel has some sort of ability. So understand that this is your way of life. Okay, this is your truth. This is the way that you want to express yourself, and you need to honor that. Okay, so I hope that helps you. And again, if you need some clarification, you can always get a personal reading. So we are moving on to Aquarius. Okay, so what does Aquarius need to, okay, sorry. What does, I'm wanting to say Ellie now. What does Aquarius have in their past that is blocking them from taking their leap of faith this week? Please. What is blocking Aquarius from taking their leap of faith this week? Okay. The Epiphany card. So this is talking about the Hermit card. Okay. What is Aquarius's current energy this week? The Four of Staffs. Okay. And what are they moving towards? Okay. All right. The Ace of Cups is wanting to pop out. So is the King of Cups and the King of Staffs with the Queen of Cups. Okay. So let's see. This is very interesting. Okay. Huh. All right, so the Eight of Staffs is popping out to me as well. So there could be some communication over text, message, whatever the case may be. But Aquarius, first off, I want to say having two kings here, okay? With the Four of Staffs being in the middle, this could talk about twin flame journey as well. You might see 1111 a lot. Gemini got this as well. But, with the two kings here and then the queen, so we have the King and Queen of Cups, and this is why I'm saying this. So some of you could be dealing with the Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sag, but in retrospect, what I'm kind of seeing is that on the divine masculine side, there is a kind of a battle going between the King of Wands and the King of Cups. So there's kind of a battle between taking action and listening to the emotions, right? Trusting intuition versus taking more of a material, standpoint. It's like taking action, right? So it's either staying in your emotions, taking action, staying in emotions, taking actions, where the feminine aspect is definitely listening to her intuition, following her heart, and knows what she wants and how to move forward. But this card, the Two of Staffs, talks about being at a crossroads and really who to take with, right? If it's not aligned with where they're heading, then they're not going to bring you with them. So take however that resonates. But some of you could also be dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, but some of you could also be choosing to go back to school, level up your education, whatever the case may be. But this is definitely something that, even though there's a lot of confusion involved, this is something that truly makes you look forward to your life together, where the Ten of Cups talks about happy home, happy life, happy family. This is the emotional maturity and emotional bringing all together. Okay. Hi, Candace. Oh, thank you so much. But you are definitely choosing a new road for yourself, Aquarius. And they're telling you that the road that you have gone down before, like, if you see yourself choosing the same people, choosing the same path, and constantly getting the same end result, it is not going to work for you. And your guides are trying to bring you to a more peaceful and light way of being, right? A clearer road that's ahead of you. And you might not be able to do this alone. And this is why that Two of Staffs is coming out, because you're supposed to align with people that can help you along this path. All right. So with that being said, the blockage here for you, Aquarius, and stepping into really, listen, Gemini's was good, girl. Gemini's was good. So please, when this is over, go back and watch, because it was good. I'm gonna have to send it to my friend Christian later. But anyway, back to Aquarius. So Aquarius, the blockage here is like not going within enough, not listening to your intuition enough. And this isn't going to be for Aquarius, all Aquarius, but you could have had a really hard time meditating lately, or quieting the mind, allowing yourself to really be in the moment, right? Instead of constantly thinking about what's ahead of you or what's behind you. This could be a very big obstacle for you in trusting your intuition and discovering the darker sides of yourself that are keeping you from moving forward, okay? This is your spiritual growth. So if you feel like you haven't quite made, what's the best way to explain this? If you haven't quite made the progress that you have been hoping for on your spiritual journey, it's because you're not tuning in enough, okay? Yes, these videos of tarot and intuitive guidance can be very helpful and very informative, but we should not rely solely on what other people tell us. We need to be able to tune into our own intuition and connect with our higher selves in order to gain these answers for clarity, okay? So understand that, like, I don't feel that anyone should solely rely on these videos. And listen, this is what I do. So when I say I'm honest, but this is one of those things where if you have been looking for outside validation or someone to just tell you what to do instead of trusting yourself, this is what's been kind of holding back the process, okay? And moving into your current energy, the home life could be a very big focus for you with the Four of Staffs. Like I said earlier, some of you could be on a twin flame journey, but this is, about building your life. This is about becoming more stable, more grounded. It's about seeing all the rewards of your hard work finally paying off. And you need to be able to release yourself from those burdensome situations. And this is kind of where they're moving you towards. There are certain things that you are supposed to be moving away from, Aquarius. And these are things that are causing a lot of weight on your shoulders, things that don't quite make sense. They might be comfortable and familiar, but they don't really make sense for your life anymore, if that makes sense. There's this new sense of awakening for Aquarius, and it could be a new phase of initiation for you this week to say, I'm moving into a more stable foundation. I'm moving into a more structured way of living my life in a spiritual way. And I'm choosing to remove myself from this mental prison that I've stuck myself in, and I choose to remove the blindfold so I can see things clearly. And the only way you're going to see things clearly is through going through meditation, listening to your dreams, listening to the intuitive downloads that you're getting from spirit, and being courageous enough to break yourself free from these things that make you feel held back, that make you feel held down because you're not seeing things clearly. So again, there's a battle over taking action and being more primitive, and especially on the masculine side. So there could be a battle, and we all carry divine feminine and divine masculine aspects. So maybe the masculine aspect of yourself is really having a hard time with matters of the heart and the mind this week. So it's really important that we listen to our emotions, listen to our heart, and choose that if we do not feel like we are seeing things clearly, or we're confused, or we're conflicted, that we choose to ask for guidance from our higher selves, from our spirit guides, from source, from God, whoever you believe in, and ask for the guidance that you need to receive in order to create a new foundation for yourself, because there is a big opportunity for you to get more in tune with your emotions and the things that you're feeling, instead of feeling so chaotic because you're over analyzing everything. Right? You are not stuck, Aquarius. You have the capability to remove yourself from any burdensome situation. You have a chance to free yourself, and they're asking you to believe in yourself enough to move forward. And if you're not sure how, then you need to ask for guidance. Okay? So I hope that helps you. This is also about opening your heart. Okay, Aquarius, opening your heart, get out of your head, listen to your heart, and open your arms wide. Okay, open your arms wide, take that blindfold off, and feel the freedom blowing in your hair. Like, it's beautiful. So I hope that helps y'all. And again, if you need more clarification, you can always book a private reading. But I hope that you get something out of this for the week ahead. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And all my information is down below if you need any of that. If I just appreciate everyone who has been booking private readings or donating. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for believing in me and in my gifts, and trusting me with these messages. I really appreciate y'all so much. So yes, I will talk to all of you very soon. And if you're catching the replay, please leave me a comment. Let me know how these messages resonate with you, okay? And I'll talk to all of you very soon. Bye.